Hi guys, well I'm back in my son's bedroom. It's raining outside. It's incredibly warm and hot and sweaty here. It's 30 plus degrees. It's not the most comfortable of days, but I figured, you know what, I hadn't done any videos for quite a while. I'll quickly do one. And all I'm going to do is share some of the mistakes I've made whilst trying to lose weight on the carnivore diet. Now, if you're not trying to lose weight with carnivore and you're just wanting all the health benefits, then some of these mistakes probably aren't, that important to you, but they might help somebody. Now, if you're new here, I've had 5 months on carnivore. I've lost 47 pounds in weight. It's the greatest majority of fat I've ever lost in my life. I feel absolutely amazing. I sleep well, I've got loads of strength, I've got loads of energy. I just feel the best I've ever felt. Simply by eating meat and animal products and fat. No carbohydrates, completely zero carb, and I'm performing better than ever. So if I can give you some of the mistakes I've made whilst conducting numerous trials and experiments, things like that, who knows, they might help you. The most common mistake I've made is simply not tracking my macros. Now, by macros I mean like the amount of protein you need each day, how much fat, and making sure you don't get any carbohydrates. So I weigh 165 pounds in weight, and of that 165 pounds, 125 pounds is lean mass, all the bits that I want to look after, so that's muscles, organs, brain, bone structure, everything like that, all those great things. That's what I want to feed. The body fat I want to strip off my body as best I can. So I give myself 125 grams of protein per day. So that's a gram of protein for every pound of lean body mass. And to make things simple for working out the fat, I just give myself the same amount of grams of fat. So 125 grams of protein, 125 grams of fat, and that fat will come with the animal products that I consume, and if I'm short, then I top it up with things like butter and coconut oil. I know that's not carnivore, but it works well for me. Beef tallow, sometimes goose fat, which is a bit naughty, but that's what I do. So I just make sure that I track all my macros on a daily basis with a free app called Carb Manager. There's loads of different apps about, but that's the one which I found works well for my way of thinking. It's completely free. There is an option to go premium, but I've never done that. Another mistake that I make all the time is not eating enough fat. Now you would think by eating things like ribeyes and eggs and cheese and sometimes cream and things, you'd always have an abundance of fat, but it's not always the case. There's been days when I've quite easily smashed through my protein allotment, but I've been short on fat, and as a result there's days when you just feel a little bit more lethargic. You might not have the full mental clarity, you just might not have the level of performance you did the day before. So what I find is, when I track my macros, if I am short on fat, say if I've come to 75 grams when I need 125, I will make that last 50 grams up with a scoop of coconut oil or beef dripping, beef tallow, butter, anything like that. And if I'm having 2 meals, I'll have half of it on the first meal and half on the second meal to make sure it gets a chance to be absorbed into my body. And I find as long as I keep me macros, so it's like 60% fat, 40% protein, or you could even do the whole keto thing, the 75-25, you find that your body just has so much more usable energy. You just feel better. So make sure you get enough fat in your diet. It's really, really important. So the next mistake I make is eating too much protein, and this is largely because I listen to lots and lots of YouTube channels, and some of them just say just keep eating meat until you're completely full. And whilst you can do that, there's only so much protein your body can actually do something with. Any excess eventually will be stored as fat, you know, or, you know, it's just going to take days to transit through your body and it's kind of wasted. It's, you know, waste of good product, and it's a waste of money. If you, it's like myself, need 125 grams of protein, and there's days I've eaten double that but not seen any significant benefit for it, then technically I've wasted twice as much money, you know, on food. There's no need, you know. So try and get your protein to fit within your macros. Now, if you're starving, if you're absolutely starving after you've had your allotment of protein and fat, have a little bit more protein. That's fine. Just make sure that you've had your fill, that you're properly satiated. But don't go overboard with it, because it's just going to get wasted. At 1 gram of protein per pound of body fat, you're getting plenty and plenty of protein for every different need. You know, you're going to be struggling to use any more than that. So try not to overdo it with protein. The next mistake I make all the time, and I'm very, very guilty of this, is not keeping hydrated well enough. There's days and days when I just, for some reason, seem to forget to drink fluids. And it's largely if I'm at work and I'm pushing these huge concrete grinders and things, there might be 6-7 hours before I get a chance to have a break. But instead of having a water bottle with me and drinking from that as and required, I tend to just switch off and just keep grafting, and eventually I'll get round to having a drink, and then it's too late, I'm already dehydrated, so you find your energy levels are sapped quite quickly then. So definitely keep hydrated. Another mistake I've been tempted to make a few times, and I know other people make this mistake, and some people would class it as not being a mistake, but I do, and that's not flavouring your food. I know meat and in general animal products have a load of flavour, and if they're cooked nicely they've got tons and tons of flavour anyway. But you want variety, you want, you know, to have, it needs to be a reward. You know, you're rewarding your body with the most nutritionally dense food you can get. It's great, it's human appropriate, it's great for our bodies. Let's reward ourselves. So I tend to season everything, salt and pepper, maybe there's a few herbs, a few spices. I don't go overboard with it because I want to taste what I'm actually eating, rather than, you know, like some people drizzle stuff in chili sauce and, you know, all kind of like mayonnaise and stuff. I don't do that. I just make sure that all my food tastes great. And what you'll find is you'll naturally want to eat that product, rather than think, you know what, I'm bored of this, I want some carbs. Whereas if your meat and fat taste great, then you're going to be quite satisfied with it. So yeah, that's another mistake that I've made numerous times again. Another mistake is, and I've touched on this already, is going hungry. If you set yourself up and you say, right, okay, I've got this amount of grams of protein, this amount of fat, but you've eaten it all and you're starving, initially try drinking, you know, some water. Sometimes you're a little bit low in sodium if you get these kind of effects, and you could always put a pinch of sea salt in some water and dissolve that and drink that. But if you're still getting all the symptoms of being starving, there's no point being hungry. You might as well reach for, you know, a new bit of additional protein. I often go for a good quality bit of cheese, so, you know, like a blue cheese, or, you know, a nice mature cheddar or something, and I'll just, you know, snap a chunk off or get a slice off and eat that. And if that's enough just to keep you, you know, full to satiety, then great. You're not going to do yourself any harm. It's only when you sit there and think, you know what, I'm starving, I'm going to reach for carbs, or you're starving and you think, well, I will eat protein, but I'm going to eat tons and tons of it. You don't need to do that. Just eat a little bit and just wait for the signals to turn themselves off, and eventually you'll feel full, you know, instead of feeling hungry. So don't go without, just make sure you eat the right amount and not excessive amounts. So another mistake is not getting enough sleep. It's very easy to, you know, go to bed too late, get up early, not get your full quota of sleep, not get yourself into a decent sleeping pattern, or sleep with, like, you know, light glaring into your room, or, you know, you're not not going into a deep enough sleep. So I constantly put myself into like a sleeping routine. I have to be asleep for 10 o'clock and I'm usually up between 4 and 5. If I can sleep longer, I will do, but it's usually good quality fast out sleep. And I find the weeks when I've slept the best are the weeks where I've lost the most fat. Weird thing, I know. Another mistake I've made is putting too much emphasis on intermittent fasting and, you know, being a little bit conscious about going over the hours a little bit. I think what you've got to do, well for me anyway, is just to listen to your body. And if your body says, look, you know, I'm hungry, you have something to eat, make sure you're nice and full, and then just go for as long as you can before you have your next meal. The best success I've had is on 1 meal a day, and moving that 1 meal a day to the beginning of the day, so I eat all my calories within a 1 to 2 hour window, so that's all my protein, all my fat within that window, and then leave it as long as possible before I eat again. And it's usually left all the way 24 hours to the next day, so it's almost like a 24-hour fast rather than going 20 hours. But I find it works fine. I've got loads of energy, and because my stomach's empty through the night, I just seem to sleep beautifully, you know. So try not to get hung up about intermittent fasting and different fasting regimes. Just listen to your body. There'll be days when, you know, you just can't do a long fast, so you can cut yourself a bit of slack, you eat your good quality protein and fat, and then try again. It is what it is. Anyway, it's just a very quick little video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If there's anything you've learned, brilliant. If there's things I've missed that you've got questions about, just leave a comment below and I'll try my best to put together a video or some information for you. And I look forward to speaking to you soon in the next video. Take it easy. Bye.